So, I'm at a kind of crossroads here. I don't, like I said in my last video, I don't go out of my way to start controversy or conflict with anybody. I just watched Trey's video a couple times talking about this shit. I'm entitled to my own opinion, so I don't give a shit if anyone gets upset, but I'm like severely disappointed. Trey was one of the first people that I stumbled upon when I really kind of found out what was going on with AMC back in March. And out of all the guys I was siphoning through, trying to see who was the most legitimate, who offered the most sincerity and genuine appeal for what was going on, it was Trey. He was very honest with a lot of stuff in the stock market, like buying and holding actual stock, because that's what you do. If you like a stock enough and you want to see an influx in the price, you buy the stock. You do not buy options. Options do not affect the fucking price in the manner that everyone likes to run around and say they do. Like Coors told everyone they did for weeks, just because his entire portfolio was options, and would have looked pretty stupid if he said, yeah, this doesn't really affect the price, but when you guys buy the shares, it makes me rich. Can't exactly say that. You'd lose viewers. That was one of the reasons I stopped watching him, for the purpose of following him. I still kept watching him because that's what I do. This is what you should do. This is your money, and you should be watching anyone and everyone that could have any sort of impact on your investment, whether good or bad. Man. Anyway, I've noticed some things that bother me. And again, I'm in my mid-30s. Been in a lot of shitty situations, a lot of shitty people in and out of my life. And and I can spot it off break, is dishonesty and deceit, or when somebody's lying. There are so many given tells from a person, and the vast majority are typically the same. Most of them are the same when someone's being dishonest. What they do, their mannerisms. It's as simple as when they initiate the sentence of the lie, or when they hit the word that they know is dishonest, they'll look away from you. Typically to the left, usually to the left or up. Sometimes they'll tilt their head down, look down. Sometimes they'll, either before or after they're about to say a lie, they'll swallow really hard. A lot of people sometimes turn their head away and like kind of put their hands up in a weird gesture, almost like they're saying, please believe me. There's one thing I haven't, up until this point, faulted Trey for. There's no way to prove anything about anyone's positions or what have you. I watched Trey live buy many shares, and he was always transparent. But the day this shit broke, and I've already said it before, because I watch everybody. I watch TMI, I've watched Rogue, I've watched Randall, which I don't watch anymore for personal reasons. Like I said, Clay, bro, he doesn't get watched anymore because of personal reasons. Short the VIX, young kid, still learning a lot about the market. Just everyone, Coors, Trey, all these guys. I watch them, all of them. Even if I miss streams, I'll go back and watch them, because these guys influence community. Like everyone invested in this pays attention to them. You know, and I remember, being happy when everything went down June 2nd. And I'm watching Matt, and I remember him looking at his phone and saying, man, Trey just messaged me that he's a millionaire. And I'm not going back and dissecting videos and picking them apart and everything. This is shit I heard. I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. I don't. I really do not care whether people believe me or don't believe me. It doesn't matter to me. You think I'm lying? Fucking fact check me. Go watch their videos yourselves. And there's just been so many different tells over the last few weeks between these guys. And a lot of them are lying. They're lying about a lot of things. This is Wallstreetviking right here. This is him. It's the guy who apparently put on the Vegas thing. This is him. This is his channel. 1 subscriber. He's good friends with all these other guys and whatnot. And, this is him. I seen him. I saw him after June 2nd. He was popping up everywhere. He was popping up. Excuse me. In every single major influencer or live streamer, YouTubers, live streams popping up in all of them, trying to get their attention, sending super chat after super chat, trying to get their attention, saying he wanted to put something together. He wanted to do something. None of these guys knew who he was. None of them. There was I don't know if it was TMI or Short the Vix. It was one of them. They brought in each other on the stream and we're talking about. They're like, hey, this guy. Did you hear from this dude, Wallstreetviking? And they're like, I don't know who that is. And even on Coors' channel, someone said to, hey, this dude, Wallstreetviking, is trying to get a hold of you. He said he emailed you. Blah blah blah. And he said the same thing. I'm not sure who that is. I'll look into him. And he went into Coors. There was one. I'm pretty sure it was Coors' live stream where he was in there messaging him, hey, I'm trying to get a hold of you. I'd really like to get a hold of Trey, and I know that you can get a hold of Trey. And maybe it's just because Trey, after the second, we really didn't see a lot of Trey. We didn't really see a lot of his videos anymore. We didn't really see a lot of him at all. And, he's talking about his stuff he's got going on. He's got medical condition, blah, blah, blah. And, I know he was in the millions on June 2nd. So, I would never fault him at all. Given what he said about his life, what he's been through, and whatnot, for taking that money, or even a large portion of it. Why wouldn't you? Why would you not? But it definitely didn't seem like anyone knew who this guy was. And it definitely doesn't seem like anyone knows who he really is. I'd like to see where we know that he flew that plane. This right here doesn't make sense to me. This is more confusing than the whole, we know that Chad's involved with fraud thing that he said. Whether that's true or not, I have no idea. Lou's involved with fraud. He's had some fraud fucking charges and shit or whatever. So what? People do things, make dumb decisions sometimes. Like, you don't know their story. You don't know what they went through. You have no idea. And right in the beginning of Trey's video, he says, here's this GoFundMe that Wes and this guy, Chad, or whatever, put on, and whatever. Wes was very, very adamant that he had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with any sort of GoFundMe. That's not his thing. He has nothing going on with that. He never advised anyone to do that, whatever the case may be. And like I said in my other video, I've had a GoFundMe for my own personal reasons one time that I needed, and whatever you put in there as the description that the funds go to, that is what they all have to go to. That's what they have to go to. Unless he puts some disclaimer in there that, I'm going to be using any extra portions or whatever for my own personal benefit. But again, that's on you to read it. I haven't read the GoFundMe, like I said. But I do know, you can have your money refunded. I do know that Chad is on video saying that. Anyone that wants a refund or whatever, I'm not using a dime of this for anything other than to foot the bill for this, and anything that was left over, or if they didn't get to the number, he was going to refund it, and like you can request your refund anyway. So it's going to be whatever it's going to be. I'm at the point to where I don't fucking trust any of these YouTuber guys anymore. None of them. Not a damn one anymore. They are now in the 1%. They've created their own little 1% world. There's the 1% of them who made a ass load of money on June 2nd. And God, if you think that they didn't take any of that money, you're fucking stupid. You are dumb. Trey was using YouTube as a means of monetizing and footing some of his bills, and now all of a sudden he's disabled his store and he don't need to fucking live stream like he was anymore because he's got the fucking money. He don't need to. Moving into a nice new place on the richer side of town. You know who goes to Vegas? Do you know who goes to Vegas? Wealthy people with a lot of money that they don't mind losing. That is what you go to Vegas for. That's what you go to Vegas for. You got a bunch of money to burn. You and some buddies go out there and you gamble and you party. And your bill when you leave Vegas is ridiculous. It's dumb. Many, 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 many people come back with their savings accounts drained, everything. Vegas just sucks money out of you. And like I said, I saw this guy on June 2nd, saw him just popping up into everybody's live streams, trying to send super chats and shit. And I think at one time it said it was like JF Wallstreetviking, which actually that's what this said when I clicked on it at first. It was an old link, an old thing. It said JF Wallstreetviking, and I clicked on it. It brought me here. But this has to be him. Look, he's subscribed to TMI. He's subscribed to Angelo. Maybe he made a new one. Who knows? Maybe he's more well known now. I don't know. I just can't find it. But I do know I saw this guy talking about wanting to put something together, wanting to put an event together, trying to get a hold of all the figureheads, trying to talk to everybody in the wheelhouse of YouTube community for AMC. And I just distinctly remember him trying to get a hold of Trey. And Trey just told you all he's known this guy for 6 months. I just straight up said, I've known this guy for 6 months. That doesn't sound right because he went on several live streams of lesser known YouTubers with way less subscriptions. He finally did go on to Matt's. Matt said he never heard of the guy, trying to get a hold of you. And he's been in your Discord for 6 months. You've known him for 6 months. What the fuck was he doing running around everybody's live streams trying to get a hold of you? I'm super upset, man. Like, I just am. But like I said, never be mad at him for taking money or taking profits. That's what he did. He did a lot for this community. He brought more people into this than anyone. But again, your favorite YouTubers all made a bunch of money off of you guys. And they have something to celebrate. All of them do. They've got nice YouTube platforms that are monetized because of you guys. They're making money every month, enough to foot their bills and play around in the stock market, while you're still working and trying to find, scrape together pennies to buy more shares or whatever you're doing. And, man, that's heartbreaking. It's disheartening. It really is. It just really is. It's extremely premature. Very odd that all these guys are, oh, we had nothing to do with this. We didn't do it. We're not getting paid for it. We didn't do nothing, blah, blah. Every single one of them, all of them were talking about this. Mainly, the Wallstreetviking dude started, I think, in TMI's channel. That is where I saw him the most. Was in his channel, talking to him back and forth, talking to Short the Vix, blah, 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 trying to get a hold of Coors, trying to get a hold of Trey. Wanted to put an event together. Then you got all these guys talking about Vegas. Oh man, would you get Vegas get together? We're gonna do a thing in Vegas. We're gonna do a thing in Vegas. Happy for you guys. Cool. You guys found a way to make yourselves financially stable off this community. Good for you. But yeah, you guys are signing your own death warrant. Like you're signing it right now. All the rumors going around about all of you guys, you are making yourselves look absolutely horrible. There's 99% of this community that doesn't fucking have shit to celebrate. They lost a lot of their money because of you guys. 100% your faults for telling people this has more. Oh man, I'm like more than confident it's coming this month. It's coming this month. All of you, every single one of you said, oh, I believe it's going to be this month. And all of these people that know shit about the stock market, they learned everything from you, watching you, held on to their shit, bought in higher, while you guys had pulled money. And that's my opinion. Obviously, I can't prove it, but Jesus, dude, you don't have to be in your mid-30s and been around enough people to see their changes. Something's off. Something's different. And I know because I'm in my mid-30s. If that was me, if that had happened to me, and I'm a very generous guy and a very helpful, straightforward, very transparent, I would have taken my profits. If I had $1 million in there, I definitely would have taken probably 75% of it. Most definitely would have taken 75% of it. And, left that other in there to see what it was going to do. And then, if it dropped, at least I'm not dying there. Or if it started running up again, I can fucking just throw some more money into it. I got plenty right there. And, man, again, and this is not an attack on Trey, guys. I know all of you love him, and I did too. He was my favorite live streamer, and loved his videos, just loved his energy, loved his sincerity. But he's doing a whole lot of looking down and looking away in his videos lately. A whole lot of it. Used to look directly at the camera all day, live streaming directly at the camera, directly at you guys when he had a message to deliver. Jesus, man. And all these guys, and I'm telling you, please take my word for it. I watch all these guys, all their live streams, almost every day. I check them all out. Even if I miss them, I go back and rewatch them. And this cat, Wallstreetviking, was running around all of their shit around that time, trying to organize an event. I don't know shit about this guy. Nothing. Nobody does, apparently. Everyone's like, oh, well, he goes by Wallstreetviking. Okay, well, who the fuck is he? Who is he? Oh, I know him. Just take my word for it. I know him. You don't need to see his face. You don't need to know who he is. Look at this plane. He did that. Fucking prove it. Seriously. Take your fucking Viking hat off Make a goddamn video showing everyone who you are, telling everyone you put this on, and let's see who you are. Because your website is bullshit. I've already checked it out, looked at it, tore it apart. It is nothing but a money catching net. That's the only thing on there, is we take every credit card in the world, pay here. That's it. There's a fucking menu button and a goddamn cart. That's it. Fucking, it's just, I don't know. Once again, you guys deserve better in this community, because I know that it's 99% of you that, even if you are profitable still right now, if you got in earlier, you lost a lot of money. And you lost a lot because these guys pulled out and did not tell you that. They just stopped showing their positions. They just, their whole demeanor, everything changed. And you guys are watching your money drop, and like you're like hands up because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what you're doing. These guys are okay. They're fine. They have something to celebrate. They've got money. Their channels are successful. They have Vegas money. But 99% of you don't. And there is no guarantee that 99% of you are going to by January. None of this is fucking guaranteed. None of it. Yes, it is definitely set up and very, 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 very likely to happen, but we don't know when. We have no idea when. There are those of us out here, like me and Charlie and a couple other people that I've seen, that are really digging into this shit, looking to find out what the fuck is going on. How are they doing this? Why does this shit that doesn't make sense? Like, why doesn't it make sense? But your favorite fucking YouTubers are just sitting here having powwows and fucking circle jerks talking about going to Vegas. And then want to get mad and be like, oh, don't tell other people how to spend their money. Fuck are you talking to? You have that money because of these people. All of you have the money you have to fucking go to Vegas because of these people. So don't you ever fucking talk to them like that. Ever. Anyway, you guys do your own investigating. Do what you want to do. If you got the money to go, awesome. And you want to go, awesome. But if there was ever a fucking division tactic, this is it. This is separating those who made money off of you from those of you who are still sitting here wondering when it's going to be your turn. They don't need another go around. They're good. AMC could not, it could literally not squeeze, and all of them are fine. All of them are set up. They're all making money off of all this shit. And like no one can find, like, why didn't this guy have his name and everything plastered when you go to the contact us? Why is there no information about him? Why is there no information about the entire thing? There's no information about anything. And there's just too much shit cropping up right now with people asking for money from this community when they've lost quite a bit. So, anyway, I'm going to leave that here. Since, we're digging into Chad and whatever. I mean, at least Chad put his face on the fucking TV, on the computer, and said, hi, I'm Chad. You can donate. If you want your money back, I'll give it back. Don't have to donate. Whatever. But this guy's a complete fucking mystery. You're just supposed to take Trey's word for it that he's known him for 6 months, even though I watched at the beginning of June this guy pop up out of nowhere trying to get a hold of all of the major YouTubers. Especially Trey was trying to get a hold of him through all these other guys. And no one knew who he was. Nobody. So, you know, let them go. You know, let them go. Just let them go. Let the guys who made a shitload of money off of all of you, let them go to Vegas. Let them celebrate getting rich off of you guys. And then wondering why you're not happy for them. Alright, I guess I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.